Well, Ellen at Ebury contacted me and she asked me whether I had seen any episodes of Black Mirror and whether I was a fan and whether I might be interested in working in a book which was about the making of Black Mirror and was going to contain really amazing interviews with the cast and crew and give you really fantastic insights into how the episodes were made. And obviously I jumped at the chance as a fan of the series, and it just sounded like a fascinating project to get involved in as a book designer. I think I knew instantly that the interesting conundrum I was going to have is how to capture the aspects of technology and our relationship, our future relationship with it, that a lot of the Black Mirror episodes deal with. How I was going to capture that in a kind of static, two-dimensional form, i.e. the printed page of a book.
And we were thinking about ways of generating artwork for the chapter openers and playing on the idea that technology, I guess, getting out of control, came up with the idea of creating a series of filters which would either degenerate or recompose a base image from each episode.
To, in a way, let go, lose control of what the final output would be. That was quite exciting, also quite frightening as a designer to kind of embrace the idea that what I ended up with, I wouldn't necessarily have an awful lot of control over. It felt to me like a really nice reflection of certain aspects within the Black Mirror episodes. The other big design challenge for me was how to reflect the fact that each of the 19 episodes have a very unique and distinct personality. They have very different tones, they have very different colour palettes, different locations, different approaches to costume design, and that was something that we were very keen to hang on to in the design of the book, so that each of the artworks that we created kind of felt unique and bespoke to each of the episodes, but somehow retaining a kind of cohesive design language across the whole book.
We often work with data and use it to tell stories for often quite academic clients who've got quite complicated stories to tell. So the Black Mirror project, when that came along, was a really nice fit. Working with data or working with ideas around technology that we could use to develop these tools and filters that would produce artwork for the book.
So the 4 tools, they're a colour separator, which takes RGB and separates them as layers. There's an emoji mosaic, which you can draw over the image, and it takes the underlying colour and gives you an associated emoji. There's the pixel sorting, which takes an area and organises the pixels, so you kind of get like a waterfall effect. And the vector explosion one, which it redraws all the icons with tiny little dots, and when you kind of chuck your mouse over it, it'll explode and make lots of crazy shapes.
So through lots of iterations, we would sort of feed an image into the filter and see how it behaved and how it came out the other side, and then just kept kind of adding layers and adding different parameters that would allow us to kind of steer it in one direction or another.
So we used a library called P5JS, which is a sort of creative coding library. It's sort of a more intuitive library for creating stuff on the fly.
One of the filters uses emojis, so there's a lot of social media and liking and sharing kind of themes in the episode. So it takes a base image and then we'll replicate it in different emojis. So we crafted sort of sets of emojis that were applicable to each episode. So the 15 million merits, for example, it's all bikes and microphones and stars and icons that are kind of reflecting the subject matter.
Then you can sort of draw over the top and sort of recreate the image, but made up of emojis.
So I'm also particularly fond of one of the sliced glitch chapter openers for Crocodile. If you've seen it, you will understand why there is a guinea pig in the design. So there were kind of nice kind of motifs within some of the designs that if you've seen it, you'll kind of understand why that's there, and if you haven't, you'll hopefully be intrigued enough to go back and watch the episode. Even though my primary concern was obviously tackling the design of the book, I think right from the start I had an ambition that we could create something for the book that would have an afterlife, a kind of a digital afterlife beyond the printed page, and that we could maybe invite readers, fans of Black Mirror, to kind of interact with these artworks that we'd created, these pieces of code that we'd developed.
It uses the filters that we used in the book, but in an animated way, and allows you to create your own version from taking a photo of yourself or uploading an image.
So this is a prototype of the website. Shows you how you can break in the fourth wall, capture an image, and then apply different filters to it.